Alright, hello there and welcome to another design tutorial. And in this one, we're going to be talking about how you can use something called mind maps to come up with good ideas for your designs. Now, what is a mind map? Well, it's basically just a scatter of different thoughts that build out from one central thought. And right now I'm on the website called MindMeister. There's various mind mapping websites out there. Now, a lot of these you may have to pay a small fee for, but this can be a very helpful tool when you're trying to come up with different ideas. And if you don't want to use a website, you can also just do it on paper. I find it much faster, but you can decide what you want to do. Now, how do we actually do this? Well, let's say we had a project on something called like water bottles, for example. And we would start off with our central idea, which would be water bottles. So I'm going to type that in. And then we would just have to build out different ideas from this central thought. So what comes to my mind when I think of water bottles? Well, I think of hydration. So what I would do is add another right here, and I would type in hydration. From hydration, what comes to my mind? I think of like body cells. So I would type in cells. And then from cells, I think of blood. And from hydration, you can also think of something like green and lush, so like life as well, active, energy. Now, on the other hand, from water bottle, I could think of something like dehydration. So dehydration. And from this, I think of like shriveled or wilted. And I think of the color brown or yellow. And from this, you're seeing that I may have some color palette options as well. I think of low energy with this, with dehydration. And looking at this shriveled, I think of, say, wrinkles. So here we have a few different ideas that have come from this water bottle idea. Now, on the other side, we could put maybe another idea. So let's say mass packages of bottles. Okay, like the ones you see in the store, and they're just in cases, right? And from this I could think of, say, maybe degradable. And I think of, say, maybe recycling from this. And from this, I think of clean oceans. And from this, I could think of, say, maybe plastic bottles. So here you see we've come up with a few different ideas from one central thought. And now I have ideas where I can maybe grab inspiration from for my design. So let's say I went into Google and I searched up something like biodegradable. Like there. And then look under the images. Okay, so I have the color green that's popping up a lot. For example, I have all of this right here. We see these leaves, that could be interesting plants, okay? We could also type in something like blood. And for this one, I'm gonna look on Pinterest. So let's type in Pinterest, blood cells. So we have this right here, right? This could be interesting. Somehow connecting it with water and having good hydration. Interesting. This could be nice. Okay, So that's just a quick overview, and what you would do is you would simply just continue to build this out with ideas until you had a big plate of ideas that you could work with. So this is called mind mapping. It's very helpful for coming up with ideas for designs, and I hope that you will give it a try. Until next time.